Abusia Samu Akaba be Amanyosem Jumedi na Gusua wo hwe fire do ya times and no messages in the brain yankin kan nyina fa ma manem rantem ne atimi aka ntem e de ama na koye dwada mpanyimfo adwo madwa yenua Solomon Asante National Communication Team member de ma NPP Amanyoko Sanso ana yenua ye Baron so Deputy General Secretary de ma LPG Amanyoko Sanso ana yenua Kingsley Amaleba National Communication Team member de ma Opposition National Democratic Congress. Abusia for no makwaba. Pobia de.
Yanadum. Chuna kwa betu.
Yes, the radio say. 1 minute issue by way off tempo. Apart from the topics I anka say asset and ebe discussing. Bi a wonam kwa mo bo hu bibi I think say Ghanaian viewers and listeners should know. 1 minute.
Issue of traffic light.
Okay.
Ufa the N1. That banyard no awushi banyard no em say bro a year ni baro mewa e bro 1 year ni ya be kan wahada but still my better bosoda still that was somewhere last quarter of last year till now I didn't persist for over a year now. I don't know what is going to do or not.
Why is it not causing any situation there?
Sure, sending from Okada send a car because from Malam Junction from La Paz omo bom fo som na Mary so nti omo di speed etin Okada fo ne nemu no oye no na chese crime no da and say they be so fi ablekum omo ba obedu the way we twem gidigidi no omo they are trying to force their way out to hwe na hojo aga no wan hwe no na ababebum but the one say for over a year. So what is it this for roads and highways? What is it? You have to get them. It's very necessary. We won't see a policy, but at least some 15, 20, 30 minutes. Why? And you hope
you send a
yes.
You best send a news team.
Yes. Oh yes. I'm made to get dainty. I bet me for over a year. Na solve here. So in 1 minute, you know, I say my form mine was a bit hamagene. I'm a for a cost of lives, you know, and I'm there to do.
Okay, Baron.
And when solo boss unti me the crab account, I think say street boys be almost so boa pa adesan omo gina ho directly omo about car ho there's a 1 cedi bia now they are chow omo ya there but I think say the right thing must be done. I feel sure doctor potholes be na traffic cost no doctor station ho junction so traffic light na se pay me who say media for report about it but still it's very serious. Me say I pay me tie twice. We for first time I wait to me crack cause accident. We share that name quite nice year. Very bad intino. Omonhwe afi omo tonton ade wo kwan ho no so. The way me wiki na ye posters ejuma kakra party na ntime ko fie late. Na uhu said ya omo ton ade wie na ade san na kwan ho aye fina. Nya enye intino say minister ni betumi a greater crime minister na mate say o be sorry ti ania ma bi o betumi a ho adwuma na mama san microphone nso eni akom ho anka be boa pa.
Okay,
enum na e concern na ha me.
Okay, Kingsley.
Well, once Omar raised that issue, and I wouldn't like to comment on something different. Add to the Omar canon. So I nearly lost my life last year. Yes. Baron, that didn't call not be see me. So Bekaya, now we'll call if you him, maybe not be drop him or filling station or see.
Oh no, cause you simple.
Oh yes.
Baby, I
want to invite his attention.
No. What's up?
Well, about your energy say.
Oh, no, don't pay me. Simple, baby.
Don't pay the new wife.
Now, so I'm saying a call outdooring, so it's a public knowledge. May cross the crime, some say street lights in your jumanti.
Propaganda, sir.
May bo form botrubi. Kayadanka incoming kabi badia, Casabrica or your obituary. That car would have killed me easily. So, and he free that by the horn, eba bedru ablikuma caves. Apart from the traffic light in the street lights in Yedma. Meaning, swat drive motorway no so these days, sir. Unse motorway no. Ayet yama mampine Akufo-Addo twa sika twitwiri die pa ye bodi nchewa wo ye mbehyew over approximately $10 million. Nobody has quite know. Motorway from according saying Tema runabout. Asamanesi lightning now fine. Now motorway no ye the concrete na ye. And then cement boy ye dey am about into cement. And for repair motorway. Motorway no asay no. You ma dey omode ye. Omode abosia ne quota na dey.
The motor bank has over expansion, the additional 4 lanes.
Pensioners need to be to our Mocarano come to expansion as them. Men can someone Ghana for Bobatom young Gagra. Ghanaians need to be sympathized with at the moment. And the abandon with someone no more can you because these people are pathological liars. We need single credibility for you to look at. As someone work on what you may oh, and the if in, apart from Sakwa and Amaka, the menam so make no. Who free Achimota? A free Achimota traffic, or the saying, maybe a Meko Mewono, all the way to a Fanko and also Juma. Even Pokwasi interchange in Krampua, ye pesika to home by ye know. A Juma Bonnie on way internet traffic light house, street light house, you know, and Juma. What kind of government is this? So, and you can even move from that place all the way towards Ablekuma. Quite now, you soon. Now, because of sad humanity, on the free Pokuase ebe journey that highway now. Before I was so bus stop. And Krofu your mode moto a young Krofu on. And I want to call on the Pokuase police particularly. Said that kind of mountain patrols also because my name Krofu din komwa on one mom instances are. Such attacks now cause for any 2 or 3 occasions.
Okay.
So, don't mind more a day. You interest about the punk on mine. I crack KD, I ever find us
on top. Me perceive me bray warning.
Anyway,
won't buy me wedding.
Now, as someone last
week, disclaimer.
Yeah, we are on air. So see how many messages. When did you marry? You didn't tell us. When did you marry? This real. Meaning say.
Issue disclaimer.
Me pacho e was say we die because omo me ensa nyina so ye me nuanu mu a mu be fie de bia o ya de ewura kitchen ye eduane eti am wan say de bia o dis say we need to say o
amaliba team ni suba we nya politics ko na
samo
no say personal life so the real see about street light or see Pokwasi street light
why issue disclaimer
no person we so issue disclaimer Pokwasi street light o say obo de bia ho na fa get into Ablekuma street light say eduma last week you buy papa e ho an ekofa street light
when was the last time I offer one was just Akwaro so far was just offer Kaneshi offer Kaneshi
pacho so you be a work Kaneshi
Pokwasi street light
yeah
street lights ni
we to Pokwasi amasa ebe street light no but
let's
move on. May shall say the from Malibao because President Mahama making that statement is coming from a year NDC. President John Dramani Mahama said, okay, with the mobile sending message in Fabra. President Mahama said, we are where we are today because of Mampenin and other Akufo-Addo. Ahoma so any finance minister and economic management team or Mabon or Muhu to go for Cranche to him and a baby and Pempens. A dear Namado Mampeni Mahama Kano, describing the state in which he found ourselves in today. 10 minutes.
Tell me that's it. My main chair na main chair baron solo. Na main chair Abushafua. Ejebre here in Your TV studio, the good people of Upper East here. So let me greet them. Na main chair there. Honorable MP for Timpano constituency and the good people of Timpano constituency, Mama Lydia and family. I mean, it is so heart-wrenching, so to speak. We share Ghana, baby, Eba Bedria. Adania Mamfun, because Omanya ye Timwa, yen, and a ball acquired to watch that for how to fight for their independence. And indeed, we achieved independence by 1957. effort any policies and chroma or DNA man Ghana fa who did it too kwam. The political independence was just a one step towards our economic independence because the GFA who did we are. Let's say dear who so and chishaya. A fain a bit matana ya tonsonia yesika samu chishaya. A bit me abo magan ni baby di ye. Ya now so that say baby do something penso. Even in the 1970s, about early 80s, just sheba krumba, any ahuche komu inano, we never got to a point where yes, Ghana into Ayeka. We never got there. As you said during your editorial, 2016, regardless of Akufo-Addo and the MPP4, a boy chinku, someone or moka, using the media guys and other people, and Tronomonche inano, there was not a single time our President Mahama government, I can say, why are we here today? Let me add again that this government is the most resourced government ever. Nampenisi odupon tutua boyfriend fifis na nemu and ne boyfriend ni. Nana Akufo-Addo. Me manyini me yakokura me wi Ghana fosika. Try me and see. Ghanaians tried him, and now we have seen what he's capable of doing. Now, and you're born kwan wabon, certificateless lawyer. You're born kwan wabon. A hunter ni je I woni munu. Excuse me to say, ko any patent take in the kobe. So annoying sometimes.
That's
okay. My withdraw in any case. Unto Obeka say you got to about with the year 2020. 2021, I couldn't be in President Mahama. I called a thank you tour. At the close of the tour, I think it was a campus, sorry, Alisa Hotel here, if my memory serves me right. And now, obey or climaxing a tour no, with the meeting with the media. And he called on the government, say, me call a bontin call from the Ghana for coding common. They are all unanimously agreeing, say, our country is heading towards the wrong direction. Therefore, government, call the stakeholders now. Even though when we're in opposition, when we're in government, our opposition, you lambasted us, you never offered any single alternative. But we are willing. Even at the time we called for economic forum consensus, I was saying to you, didn't come. But Ofreya, we are ready to help you because both me and our team are sincere to sing with all of us. Yen trust and yen share comfortable si kuruma wo timbi. Yen comfortable ne makuru mo. The response Akufo-Addo, asema no kai. Say President Mahama, you be a bit more school on about economic management. Now we'll call University of Ghana Law School economics graduate here, certificate on the free work. You got pass. But because they are so intransigent and arrogant, they won't take any suggestions. Once again, President Mahama organized a program, Ghana on the Crossroad, on my binding not less than 14 alternatives, and called for the reshuffle in his ministers, and called for the removal of the finance minister, and called for the reconstitution of the economic management team, and called for dismissing or relieving Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, the overhyped economist who have supervised this mess. Responsible or the by in Ethiopia. And indeed, Hazel Atto-Forson, Honorable PhD, our Parliament, the NDC Minority Caucus, Honorable Isaac Adongo, President Mahama himself, and some civil society organizations recommended strongly, say, baby, abandon the Ghana Sikasem Econo. Let's quickly run to IMF for support. Asamen wan suma ne mami nyo back no for reata ne wa ball mine she white. O yare no fa play the dwane ko US akosa ne ho yare. But ya wo Ghana former move form on fa ho. Asamen o kan. Yen ko IMF ne, yen ko IMF china. John Kuma wanka bi. Include Akufo-Addo ankasa. So when you levy mbra, you levy akobam, a better economy yare yina. Eventually they had levy. As some in the free waba. And now muja IMF. The money above no crampon said. When they lambasted Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, lambasted President Mahama and his government for going to IMF, we went to IMF with our own policies. And they had none. Mane. Because they want to please, they want to meet. Look, IMF among conditions domestic debt exchange or more canon your free mobile. And yet the government own policies or more programs or more rolling out. More yesterday by IMF mobile. President Mahama went to IMF for only 960 million US dollars. Who compared $3 billion? At the time of Unkuta single policy document to engage IMF. Here they are. And the Jenny Hantaina near Kano, President Mahama Akano. And yet, I'm not the Abedu ha. No man pinnacle for them. When near Humobro ni we said you make us who you wolf you are or no, Papa Timor de Papa. O man pinnacle for Accra, Ghana for Moshe Yimbre, or Bian for border or Chanapa, young for man pinnacle for Buon Commano. Nayan for your Hotamakro, no Buon Commano. Dr. Rekubro baby will be a young father Buon Commano. Kofi Kumsin, young father Buon Commano. So I'm penny Akufo-Addo by Ghana president. Ghana ye nada and it me da. Ye papa nom and ye mammy nom yana no more bombrewa. Woman and there or more Ministry of Finance. A bonchinkui. A ye. Huh? Member we are Ghana Fusi can foul. And that what bokronoa my pensioners. Sabi obiba you are seeing couple money back. The leader saw what you are seeing. Now, I say, me de mahwa de baye juma apeja padia to na ochebi meyamra. That will be my source of hope. And next said you sign the panel who didn't see in some. I never knew. Say, but on top, I mean, can't wait to me see. Ghana from copy book when kind. Or for the penny fee Japanese book. Every Ghana must get a copy. When you book now. Just go to the forward. We be reading paragraph 5 and 6 amount. Let me dem submission up on the way because it dey adwene den ko a chia you be hwe shoe frau. Paragraph 5 and 6 of the forward. Tears mo kaye. Currently, with Nana in total control of the whole entity of Ghana, we have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding height of the essential fabrics of the country in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochemai would be firmly secured such control, both financially and economically, that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. To achieve this, we need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers which would guarantee such control in years to come. So bogus debt exchange program we and cabinet too and parliament approval. Look, a bushon for me a question the yes and no we. Ye give to moi on top a bell wipe out the middle class in this country. The next 1 year, Akufo-Addo Ghana will be flat by Muno. Ghana, everybody will be impoverished. Already, what the S na koje Bosnia, what the get from the koje Bosnia, what the you go the sia owa, what the koko nyane the sia owa. What the BBN is here, the economic control is what they are targeting, and they have gotten it. Until you are buying you only have the political authority or the political power, and they control the economic power. These are the people we are talking about.
Okay.
Until me real crown, and you know what? Sir, I was saying, Honorable Alan Kojo Chiramatin, or someone Penyam Akufo-Addo Mambo born into economy na Pascal. Woman po omunya message no mo de be pre kunwa ne biom and Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia so ye next contender no Mr. Boabeya Samoa say na mambu born na djuma born ya wa yenti wada ne prekonam uto no zongo ayento. What kind of people are this? NPP is the problem and they will be kicked out. Ghanaians should punish these people and never allow them anywhere close to the presidency of this country anymore because it's only NPP that can produce such an insensitive and a wicked government for this country. God have mercy.
That's Yenya Kingsley, Honor Adian Solo, 10 minutes. According to Mahama, the message came from NDC to you, MPP. And to you respond, we are done. We go to Mahama say, we are where we are today, to the extent say our binding in circle board pensioners for Sikkim because of Nanado Homa Swo, any finance minister, our man who any economic management team or my bone. And then they are doing.
You can say opinions are like noses. But obedient, Madame in the X also say, noses in the where I am born. It's no, you penny that wise play any opinion. Sano no, but entirely so. Send it all canon. Kisley, any submission, or yourself from Nkrumah time to the last Abaya and another way, you know. There was no single period in a government time I declare say a minor bankruptcy any sika. No quarry. No quarry say from Nkrumah time to Atamis JDM era no. There wasn't any single period in a government face external shocks. To send here within this abaymuno, sa aturenje na betuno.
There was external shocks in 2014.
Meba. The difference, woman in the say. The external shocks na abetu yen sa ambremuno. That the kind, the degree has not met any government. That is not to say there wasn't internal contributing factors. That is not to say that. Yes, we admit there are internal contributing factors, but the extent. So send here every abaya what internal contributing factors are leading to wherever the extent are abaya debate to know. Yes, that one is there. It runs to up to another time. Internal contributing factors leading to where we are. But during this administration, we are hit with additional factors and no any internal.
According to IMF 2014, there was external factors.
I've not. Is it? Was it there?
There was external.
Which bring the factor.
Okay, you continue. I'll
bring the factor.
I'll bring.
And let's just oppose it to the factors. The external factors we are facing now.
I'm going to pull it.
Pull it.
So don't worry. Talk.
So, Kasana in your intro, no, yes, your friend is saying fishing harbor. There is no fishing harbor. Look, there is fish. We have fishing harbor. As at like last year, no. Now, I do 91% at Elmina. It is here. Ghana today.
Elmina Fishing Harbor.
Ghana today reports.
And fishing processing plant was built by your predecessor.
Missing. It is here. Your friend is saying Ghana today. That is it. Ghana today reporting. And look at it. It's here.
And I'm telling you, sir.
So this story is not. It's not a
fish processing plant. That $11 million fish processing plant and harbor was done by your predecessor. So
you want to tell us, say, the harbor has been built, and it was done by our predecessor. Because me catch us as we speak, as at that report we know, I said 91% complete. It's not completed. Now also say it's complete. Also say that the harbor was built. It means that has been complete. It has been
fishing
done.
Processing plant.
I see President Akufo-Addo has inspected the ongoing construction works on the Elmina. This report is in September 2022. Last September 2022, as Ghana today, as America. So for you to say there is no, we've not tagged any. Your friend is saying fishing harbor. No, that is also totally untrue. Now, your pensioners now, pension bondholders now almost picketing for the past 5 days.
Just point of correction, like I said, this is International Monetary Fund. IMF staff country reports. This was published on May 30th, 2014. I'll say, this article consultative highlights the emergence of large fiscal and external imbalances since 2012, which has created significant challenges for Ghana. A swift return to macroeconomic stability in 2013 was thwarted by weaker external and domestic conditions, reflecting lower gold and oil exports the current account deficit exceeded 12% of GDP. So IMF was saying, say what?
A weaker what?
Very good. Until I say, then I say reflecting lower gold and cocoa exports.
And then I say, okay, I know I just opposed to what we are facing now. This
so,
one,
so there was external.
See, it was thwarted by a weaker external and domestic conditions. The year go through, there isn't a weaker external and domestic conditions.
You are talking about external factors.
Yes.
I did gonna be something.
Yes.
And this is IMF.
Yes.
Is it not external?
No, I'm not saying that the one can, but I'm saying let's just oppose it to what we are facing now.
If you want to quantify it, fine, but don't say there was
the
nothing. The
quantification that we are doing, no, is the truth. Said the extent, the degree. You see, the kind and degree of external shock. Now you remember, it is not like what we are saying. What we are saying.
Take your time.
That is it. Thank you. So the kind and the degree of external shock, a woman, and yet being like into the effort that was started by weaker external and domestic conditions. No, and yet they are not the same. The kind and degree a woman is saying, no, it been 2 years and that. When in the history, the Fourth Republic, people are now from 57 to now, like I say,
external work any day. What is the external? Yeah.
I wouldn't let you say the place for me. Let me go ahead with what I'm saying, because at least I have distincted to you say, yes, they could have reported, or they have reported in 2014 there was external. But if you compare the degree and kind of external shocks now, what we are facing now, or what we faced we are faced within this administration, and what was experienced in that administration, it is never the same. And you could say the extent, yes, the extent, but this we are in a larger one than what we felt the other. Now, make about the pension bondholders, you know. Yeah, my former Chief Justice. I don't have any problem with it. Sabi, wako pension, what's the about mine? Wako pension. We seek a lump sum on what you know. One yes, ebi I would go private investment too. O see you abang me crazy kebi saying. Me didn't nyina prekope. Sabi also the time be abo besia. Enti no me pese me de bo wo besia. Na emra no ensi the coupons na me nyana eno na sabi me de betwa me utility bills, me de me rent. Me de be ye me your friends medicals. Oni abaye nhihye. Osi o we bia emra no periodically this period me ma say nhihye ne da pepepe koso. Then all of a sudden Pastor Baba ka chiro say onim nhihye na me no ye say periodically me ye say me ntimi ye mbes sa nhihye me je fi nsem. Me di nhihye foforo ba sa nhihye foforo no e be take you to this period. And then the crop starting from the first year, 2023, no, 0%. Unya hwe.
Until the top about say, oh, my job bosia. Nanku china na aso was a mutua bosia de ma. Ade chi en miniska no betu antimi ntua. Until na otwe ansa na metua ma simple.
And no any analogy na me ye no. Thank you. Now, definitely obia wo crop me say me. Ye kasa asem chema enye me de. But ye bisa say eba ne sen ya bedu sam pempe so yi. Eba ne sen ya bedu sam pempe.
How did we get here?
Eba ne sen ya bedu sam pempe so yi. Ubekaya the first quarter of last year. Ye sha ase na enema ya bobo ba the way na inflation rate ni enema ya kokọ no. Ekoba ne say cabinet erashi koye the first cabinet meeting e opeduase. Omfi eba no na abuying the measures be abetutuku so we fuel coupons abuying staff any say slashing by this percentage say most salaries any say the measures be to akwam na house make na the preceding year na we year levy issues so abetodwa and also that January coming na year levy no ye discuss wo man mu na parliament fine. When him says year levy travel edu pepe so be ma yenya okwabrani minority leader. It means because yes, it didn't work because any day they see from the anye juma. Somebody says anye juma na fine. Ebaye ye implement here, but the expectation, the target in Sanima, did we meet it? No. Until ono take pride in it. Yeah, man,
if the minority can succeed, say e-levy enye adwuma dia.
Don't forget we are having a hang parliament. Don't forget
if
that.
If minority can do that, it means what is the use of the government? Or no, ewo Ghana for sika to the so de kwa town hall meetings nyina won wantimi ansasidi minority for the omo yasasidi. It means you are not up to
no unya minority omo from day 1 2017 they take reigns no omo timi leader the alleged tape or say covertly or overtly no they will make sure say amambo no be ungovernable for this. And they are doing it. Let me show you a typical example, a manifestation of that. Ubakasi, this ye-levy kruye mono, do baby no, yera, Aruna Idrisu Bahad Bekase, Sanka ye 1 rate ni ye 1% puanka, omujitum. And then I papa say doing it America. Satanona the CEO, the general secretary, or see, or see. Aya wo wa dwene no no, ye and this that's not our position. Yeah, and this, yes, no, we don't want any levy. Yeah, what you know, because 1%. So I'm not surprised, and that's I'm trying to bring it into the equation. Say, and I'm actually imagine back to say, and the Benham Sadi and so, and then Masebio, yeah, Papa, as you do get here, or the war, your friends are in the because also, Osai can report by giving the explanation as to why you feel as minority leader. You're true almost only winning click, only speaker. And collaborate on speaker and collaborate. Yes, so it tells me say sad no ye levy issue na papa ne ko kan say oh anke about 1% po anka ye gitum na ase no keteka say woni hwana who born dog wo eye wonkwan wadwene no na ye NDC as the party in the position is say we don't want any ye levy. So that na mo ya can see we will make the system ungovernable for us.
So we are here because of ye levy.
No. May more factors, mabubo ni mabibre, more factors, and this we cannot rule it out. We cannot rule it out. Say no dini say ni busi o ye ni ama na nye adwuma. Sanke timi ye adwuma and look let me tell you and bondholders no it has gotten to them because what some mitigation measure na dey to ho no ye ntimi reach that expectation no. Tina it means say other measures be and na be do bond. Me sure say and ye free pension bondholders individual bondholders and institutional bondholders ni ye can so between we no I have a 2 on any year level. They will prefer Sanka and go back to year level.
Okay.
Now, one thing that we should know to say, fortunately, we have gotten, according to report coming from the Ministry of Joy Business Dictionary report, almost say the ministry has hit a target of 80% or more share for the bond. You know, now much say major banks, no. Any insurance and any security companies, and then some individual bondholders also subscribe to the
Won't it have any negative effects, impact on these financial banks and insurance companies?
That one they only say the banks they are holding it in trust for us. What I say, and almost also it's kind of better. Almost some scam. Almost the investment. Okay. Me assure answer no be take decision. Yes, I invest. I'm subscribe to SAD.
All right.
Almost check the
pros and cons. But me 1 minute. Last week, okay, STT categorically, emphatically, or repeatedly say pensioners now more copycat or finance ministry or munko because they have been exempted. Last Friday, former Chief Justice and her gang, they were there. Today, they were there. Why are they still there?
And I make sure no. Say, they said they want total exemption.
Why can't you say, they have exempted?
Total or 100% exemption, which means there are some level of exemption, but almost here 100%. That we should put in mind. Or see, here total exemption, which means there was, because as we were talking, now there were, I didn't say, it's not by force.
So you made,
and that is exactly what I'm telling you. Yeah, that's what I am not. That is what I'm still saying.
Comment.
Yes,
say. They have already been exempted. And to the extent say, Opa, so why are they still there?
No, why are you still there? Fine. They say they want to picket to call for total exempt. That is why they are there. The why, if you ask, that is why they are there. They are calling for total exempt.
It means they are included.
And let me see, sir, at the end, one more side, yes, sir. At Oprah no subscribe to what me say, but they want to say Ankasa group no just say total exempt. That is why they are picketing.
I leave it to the year viewers
That is
to judge.
Baron. You are not Baron. You are not Baron.
MPP as much as look on. MPP on. Obet me shall we hear sabi wonyem. No a rape no. No we have the convention center now we hear bad no rape. You want no ban so here. Who tears for okay.
What try Valentine? You don't go.
Me do uja, massa.
What try Valentine? You don't go report.
Actually, we thought let me use this opportunity to greet my team I work with at Best Diplomat United Nations. Okay. I think they are doing a very good job, and they've introduced some new program called internship program, and I think Ghanaians have to also take part in it, where we are training youth into diplomacy. So I'll plead on Ghanaians to follow Best Diplomat United Nations so that they can be also part of it. Okay. Also, mincha me braba could be or testi programs or obom domia bra constituency. A friend Mickey Darling. Yeah, or testipa or see or share unti maminchiano. Na mincha GIG Ghana Institute of Journalism. A jumo mobo. Your best friend Yankupon Pai Bosse. A baby beba politicians, anti-radio stations, ni TV stations are ubekwa kusuya journalism. Esua say or say we are independent journalism, our journalist, but wako join media house is under a political party, so you cannot really do the job you are supposed to do. We are praying that a time will come where we have an independent media houses that are not under political parties, so that journalists, they are the eye of the country. If they can't speak, what else can we do? They are we and they are we. I bet Shoko say if you own a business, it will be attacked. If you want an opportunity, it will be attacked just because you are speaking against a government, maybe something that the government is doing that is not right.
Because of a Jumari.
Of course, more bread, and you know, you way. Now,
yeah, from 1,000 to 1,005 straight. That I'm at 3 years more.
Of course,
2 years advance.
Of course.
Don't worry, rent arrangements.
Yati. Mama come times. Mama come times. Mr. Would now time one can rent. Mama come there so. Let's start with ministries now. Can you know? Unto. Share ministries no. Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, Office of Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Food and Agriculture, yes, our Ministry of Fisheries, other enamne nka food huana. So why don't we move the Ministry of Fisheries and koka Ministry of Agriculture na enye baako na munye adwuma baako ni entity ministries ne so say ministry ni nyina so condition bubom ni nyina so tree light ni nyina so kokoka aban expenses omu nyina so kuta cars omu nyina so kuta V8 ye tofuo ni nyina ye mene tax ya ye de count. So I think say with me we are here to serve the people. That is why we have to go to the people and plead to them. Say ye hear mu vote muntu man ya mfa ye pa nkotena ho. We are there to serve the people. And these are some of the complaints and Akufo-Addo complaints. Monsieur mind mo ye din dia yesremo. Muntena se back. Na mun joining ministries ni bi together. Na mun close bi na yen cut down expenses na cost away ni mu. This is not something this is what the people want. You are serving them. Do it for them. If you do it for them and it doesn't change anything or it doesn't bring any change. And no one then the people will know say oh we cry can you again. What you say? Because you are serving them. So why wouldn't you work with what they are complaining is their way higher? Ye chichiro mine, ye chichire busia. Ye chichiro mine, ye chichire say ye fa. Ufa wia kai hunu say oni me nyina na ekotofuo. Oni me nyina na esa betinem. Na say ya to light ni nyama mu. Unim unto. Hwe say de amanfo su ebre. Ade yi aban to me nje adwuma biom, adwumayefo biom. Nipa na otifie na opechi ni parent. Ni parent e to aduane ma no. Omo say tua bill say boy din. That be like I mean, this is emotional trauma. Ebe kunipa. Enye sika nkwa na edi kunipa o. Na sometimes no amaleba ya we. Ye the phone ma wa, uye mbehye wo. From morning to evening, who request buy your phone so. How can you solve all these problems? You can't. Enti ebe tena ha. So you're a fine gentleman. And I know say a lot of enyama wonimu onya obeka na nsiesie. But yenjai partisan politics na ye buy because sometimes we excuse me, yenya opportunity ni betina no nche so mo muti and sebe yenimnya asasiom. They are also reading meanings and you end up maybe denting yourself. Yes, you belong to a political party. Speak out. and let them know, say, because we are the Yaniamo Muyadi. Because someone himself Muya Dianya, Ombena communicators about Betanasia defend you, Adiano Muya, they will defend. So they will keep on doing and let us come to defend. This is why I cannot join these two parties. Because to me, party agenda. I want to speak out. So I can't. So look and say a lot of things. So to me, I'm good ideas. But party, you know, she said your struggle. Last week, no said they are not parts. That's how we can cry. Finance minister be release this statement so among count. And then yeah can. She said you feel free to me brow air condition because on to me defend it. Or more TV or more TV no mu me na me te won chen. Me kwa second one me tabel 6 point pe. Ghana should like use war excuses. Ukraine Russia and Toka. Ukraine Russia and Toka. And you hitting kwanye di Ghana. Let's calm down. We are exporting tomatoes. We are importing, tomatoes from Burkina. Burkina hayao ye importing tomatoes free hoba. Don't target it to the war na e koso ni sa kind of way no na ye fanto nchen. Recently, special prosecutor oye bibi mani e me de pa unto me de be kire wo. Or say 4 people arrested by special prosecutor over their unexplained wealth. I don't want to start here free politicians. So. Because these people listed, they are not politicians. They are politicians who or school or politics within a short time. Or you're one of the richest. A fear, a bit take you be 10 years, 15 years to buy, 2 years, 3 years in power. Both opposition and party in power. No matter to talk. Go and start from them. Let them explain. And I'm sure when you keep doing this, we can even retrieve a lot of misused funds by politicians. Because Nipanen to me explaining what now, the more mine. So let us go and start a good policy. I agree. He should go ahead. But I'm on teaching Totofiwa for no Munenam and I'm channel because of Mumusi can to me more mine. Young politicians, so let them explain their wealth. Sikano Munya, baby Omunye free, a dino mudi dem, cash or mudi dem, and Yamo Omuye the expenditure. Let us go and check their salaries. Salaries or Muji, near from Brambe compare. Say, nipa we ake tuoji, unta we edwuma wa ha, unim. Edwuma we wa ha unim wa ketua. Eti say, wa unim say aketua mekute, entumi nto fie we. Entumi nto ka we, entumi nto nsu kuta. Ye wo ho kwan ne etumi bisa obebi a unye free ye, based on bebi a we edwuma. Na me individual makobo me walantu wala sana menya misika, obechi mi mum. Na we ja politician na ono within a short time why year, ontumi explain ko ofa so a oye ye. These are some of the things that can save us from these problems na because ye tua taxes, ye tua ni nyina na obi e de ye ne hu yie na ye bre. They are supposed to explain how they come up with the money. Factories are here no more, companies are here no more. If they own companies, at least it will be able to generate job opportunity for the youth. Politicians in BA companies say, no, mumbe yebi, mo amumbie, mo de live luxurious life. Obi bie ni de so a mo the partisan politics be closing it down. Now I continue fie na ne ho akere no. So I think that the solutions are there. They just don't want to use it. But they know the solutions. Last one, yanko yi levy. Me pacho yi levy ni mo nim se mfa so obi amba so amontwem because we are still paying. And we paid purposely because you see anu na ye Messiah, ye Jesus Christ. Say ba ye ho beto ye. Yi levy we ba ye no. Me make a statement be say ade we e was simple way betumi de anya sika. Because of misa, madwin sa, me wo ho no, menya politician, me wo NDC MPP ti me ka say nam fra mamu ye mfa. Utu kwan kwa abrochira unto, phone we, ubetumi akotua $30. Ne the phone we ama wo. Ne etetew, kakra. E bia phone we 2000. Wo the 3 years na etua. 3 years and 5 years now di tua no. Aban betumi anya times 3 of this money. Is it not bigger than e-levy?
And madam for anam ne na wo Ghana oko USA. Oba okuta iPhone 14 Plus.
$50, $100, $200 no tua e. Obetua dia aka ne kakra.
Am I $20
yes.
so a month?
What you say? Ebema obi akra Russia ko GB.
Or 15 eba and 15 eba. Obetimi di we na sa akọ.
Of course, no asa akọ je no say tua. Ebema obi akwa akọ GB. Me na akra tie kra.
Na 14 had the iPhone we nkọ.
Me na me pacho ma me nka se nwie me wi a obetimi a kire bebi ebi woni akwa akọ GB. Enti me na no tie kra no metumi GB ma no nka me TV sui a Facebook live na me na tifie no hwe me ne ete no enu ti na me support Ghana card merge no ye merge with we no
anything I'm supporting because I thought say yeah the ba be those policies and could be able to kwaji bi unto entrance se na ka say call phone company fa Ghana card ko na kwaji iPhone ni enti ubusu me bia you do it
cry me
and then aban ni benya sika ne times double I so see e levy ba man for me say me ni mobile money me ni mobile money enye say e levy nti na me ni mobile money what me say so how many people are contributing and because of I won't say short memory quick in making decisions not consulting the people not consulting authorities to find out say what will be the benefits what me say eti say a person nyama we etutwa ni enya internal generated funds these are the things we have to look at traffic light na enso eye de na camera na ebo traffic light ni be ejuma obi twa red obi de aka say nipa we red now we twa me be che no where is the light chi nipa na this speed twem these are all ways we can make money uko amanonia traffic light pe sika de more by because citizens they definitely are swording we ho and it will even bring discipline because nipa ni so twa light no bedu fie na ne build da ho owo so tua enu ti next time traffic light ni so a yellow ni bo ni nya afi no beti accelerator instead obeti brake na watwen
okay my main kind first batch of messages aba na yento aso 29 but first is me be kan you and a system ni shut it down okay we say good evening on top. I find difficult to believe one thing about the finance minister. If we don't pay him, he's working for free and just what he made when we borrow, this man would have left the office long ago. I suspect these people are doing something we don't know. Well, senior, you didn't add pension ministry. Well, see, we did joke this country. Well, see, Mr. Host, keep up the good work, good job you are doing. President Addo and Vice President Bawumia government are 419. Kerofurata profit on loans should be used to DDE. Gabi Ochre Dakun profit from COVID test at airport should be used for free for DDE. Jankrama money used for DDE. MPP leadership came to make the state. Mike Takrade. NAPCO and youth in forestry were used to deceive the youth to vote for them in 2020. Why is that the agric minister is not selling plantain and other foodstuff again? In a season of particular foodstuffs, plan for food is working, but now it is not working. Hypocrite MPP leadership. Mike Takrade. President Addo and Vice President Bawumia, where is the money? You chop all the money. Data Bank is struggling more than GN Bank and Gold Coast Security at the time, but the Data Bank has not been closed down. Hypocrite, MPP leadership and Governor Anderson, Michael Nidieni. We say all this was done by Nana Addo just to steal our money. Tony from Ashaman. We see Mr. Honto, the gods of the land are punishing Nana and the MPP. Mahama is the Nkrumah's son because he is Nkrumah of our time. All what he said about and was said about this government, Nana Addo government has come to pass. Nana will continue failing if given 100 years in government. Nana is, no, Tony in a different shamaba. What is it, we are here because of incompetence and greed. MPP government, KG, Kaswa, Jata, no, different Kaswaba. Same, this MPP government created unnecessary ministries and secretariats just to share our taxes among themselves. KG, Kaswa. Very good evening, Igbe Mafia. Please, I always tell my friends, these people, these MPP people from head to toe are useless and waste. You see them and you think, you have seen human beings. They are all useless barking dogs. Carlos Emmanuel Nima. Good evening, Aigbe Commando. Another name, Aigbe Commando. In fact, I'm so angry because with all this job for the boys and creating all these offices under the Ministry of Communication, this government happens to be the most scandalous government in the entire history of this country. And I wonder if the president himself doesn't see the disservice his doing to this country of ours. Majid Kutubabi. We say Aigbe Commando. The least said about Ofori-Atta, the better, because he is continuing from where his father left off in 1970s. Because his father was a Tibon Kosu deputy finance minister, and so like his son, so like his father, see what we are experiencing from this Tibon Kosu guy. See their whole family is just a curse on this country. Nothing they do goes well, and what they are good at is to scam us from our taxes. Majid Kutubabi. Good evening, Hunto. MPP is the most luckiest government in the history of Ghana, yet the most useless. Minority leader, Dr. Akufo-Addo. This is very true. Ejawusu and Ediwe Abrey. Good evening, Same. Why is Solo defending everything this useless MPP government is doing? Tell him to listen to himself after the show. He thinks he knows it all. Some of us watching are older and sensible than he is, and he should be humble and respectful to us. But see, the truth is that Ghanaians will not forgive NDC if they don't win the next general election to save them from this inept administration. I totally agree with JDM that Ghana is where we are because of the arrogance of the Akufo-Addo. No wonder Alan Martin is saying MPP has no message due to the economic crisis we find ourselves. Osei Mensa Bonsu is also saying that breaking the 8 is not going to be possible. Hey, MPP, never again, from Amanura, Peter, Edifisunyani, New Doma, Nidieni. Hunter, thanks for the good work. I suggest that due to the economic crisis in the country, there should not be any 6-March independence celebration. So that little money left will not be expended. Good evening, Same. Also, regarding the traffic light issue, I drive on this road every single day. Confidently, I can say from Vineyard to Olibu, Vicolis Junction, all the traffic lights are not functioning. The one at Pentecost Junction was updated by car as a result of the accident, and is left there with part of it endangering motorists and pedestrians. The one at the Palace Town Junction is also in a mess. Anya Market, same, all are not functioning. Faisa Motaru Trouble constituency. Nothing justifies this year's event. We are more than slaves in shackle. Nana Edifritakrade. Good evening, Sami. Please tell the MPP man to go home and sleep because he is making Ghanaians too much angry from Joe inside Tema Community 14. Good evening, Captain Hunter. I have been saying Nana and Bawumia, including Ofori-Atta, has led Ghana into this economic mess. This, as MPP, never again. We are waiting for them in 2024 from Mickey Darling inside Domia Bravo Boom constituency. Good evening. I say NPP problem is the problem the MPP guy is showing there. At the point in which they are failing, they keep on with their too known attitude. Meanwhile, all the things they are doing and saying doesn't make any meaning. They should keep on with that too, no attitude. 2024 election will humble them very soon. Nana Amache Edifribiye. Good evening. If this is how you run a presidency, then Bukum Banku can run it better. I bet you. We say good evening, Sami. The MPP thinks we Ghanaians are fools and don't know anything going on. How can you still blame COVID and Ukraine war for the mess we found ourselves in? You exceeded your tax revenue target during COVID, received over 21 billion Ghana cedis as COVID fund, not to talk about the borrowed monies, yet nothing to show. And you sit here and tell us COVID-19 is the problem. Please, we don't want to hear any stupid talk. Don't angry me. Don't angry me more. Foster, Flexi, Kofodia. I say, good evening, this MPP man. I'm sure his money is not there. That's why he is talking like that. He will do everything possible to defend the MPP. He is very annoying. Nada Pinto has led this country into a ditch, and he is here defending them. Shame unto you, Roy Takrade. Hello, Sami. Hello, Mr. Sami. Please don't bring the MPP man to the studio. They train them to lie every day. We see the MPP man is suffering to defend their party. Last one, I now understand what Katie Amon said about young guys with beards because of Sola Asante, Carlos Ofo Emmanuel. Okay, Abusian for that is the issues a woman made about Solo, you were 20 minutes to go, 5 minutes. All the new ministries President Akufo-Addo created, all the secretariats President Akufo-Addo created, free SHS, one district, one factory, special initiative, blah, 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 blah. Kachi says in a hurry to move Ghana. Can you say, Ghana as a country, we have been served value for money, for spending our taxpayers' money on these numerous additional ministries created? 5 minutes.
Personally, I side with the school of thought, say some of the ministries could have been brought together. Baron, does the fisheries and then the agric. And when we were studying agric in school, we were talking about both hunting and farming, fishing as well. What do you mean? I say, so I don't see the segregated one. And then when it comes to transport too, railways, as we were doing earlier, railways, road, aviation, transport. So it could have come under one umbrella. So I believe, say, moving forward, some of these things should be looked at. And the moment you look at those things, then it will also serve another purpose among for a proposal, say there should be a cut down in government size. But the moment those starts to merge, a bit reduce the number of portfolios, and then the people who are going to serve under these portfolios, definitely is also going to cut down. So I am of the school of, I belong to that school of thought. Said there is the need for us to merge moving forward. What do I say? Say, Papa Alanchamatika and SMBC. I'll say, if he had his way, like he would have, there are things that he would have done differently. So what do I say? Yes. But I'm sitting here, and you cry the mantle. So I have my opinion, but my opinion may not be the one that the one in charge, is having. But a proposal as a Ghanaians, we are all calling. Our majority are calling for. That's what I'm saying. Moving forward, I'm looking forward to say, Sanima will bet me a factor in. Yet me a day boom. Now yet me a moving forward. It will serve two purposes. Apart from say, blending one together, so it's going to cut size of a government. Now, state institutions in our kind agencies and as a form. Yes, if we find some of the agencies, I will say agencies in almost all human similar. Why not? We need to bring them down because you see, and be a do so be a year fresh, Sikasem and yet. Sikasem yana a dear barcon, ye creating more wings. Not say, Nina come together a bit to me as a purpose. Not Sika, yes, saying 2 or 3 more wings, a bit to me, for just one umbrella. I think say it is a good thing to do. Okay. So I side with that school of thought and I praise them moving forward, that thing will be considered. So that the creation of these ministries has been burden on taxpayers' money, and it has never made sense to the development of this country. The intent from the beginning, especially railways, the intent from the beginning, Ubekai said, "Time the first minister, you're a Jogati, Obeso ministry, a creative ministry man or so, Ghanaians, we were, you see, say, now, Sabio, and now, way, court is a railway, so now, way. So, okay. So, when attention is given to the sub-units now, that was then, I was feeling, so attention, the attention marked the sub-units now. It means a cononym. But, unfortunately, I can hardly hear of much. The only thing I remember saying, the Efi Tematu, Mpaka Dane Cross, Volta, I completed a test run. But now, and as I say, friends from Bachuna, Tema Habo best from Bachuna, the Babes in Kokata. So
the intention was okay, but the outcome has been useless.
It hasn't served fully the purpose.
So it has been useless.
It hasn't. That's as opinions like gnosis. It be bon. Ubeka useless. Maybe it hasn't served the purpose.
Senseless.
Maybe it hasn't served the purpose for which it was.
So it didn't make sense.
It has not fully served the purpose.
So it didn't make sense.
To you, to me, it has not fully served the purpose.
All right.
Pardon me, I say. Hey, your opinion. It's like noses, eh? Every day, yes. Oh, say, useless. Me, I wouldn't go there. Me say, it has not fully served the purpose. And yes, I maybe. Because you see that unit is very well example. Sabi, and we went somewhere.
Well,
what do you say?
Okay.
But it doesn't fully serve the purpose.
I don't. You can tell the difficulty my brother is facing to explain the actions of one own government, right? So at the time, Nana Akufo-Addo was appointing some conglomerate of these ministers. He didn't have the foresight, right? He didn't have the visionary instincts to inwardly assess and be able to rightly predict the outcome of the actions towards the future, being mindful of its implications on the public purse. He didn't do that. Or he lacked the capacity to do that. Don't forget, Japan said it was the most useless policy of all times. Japan, Google him. It's a record to have said that. This MPP, you see, so long. They try to blame others. Yeah, NDC, we don't care when you blame us. Because we are responsible people. When we get it wrong, you better take responsibility for that. But we will not sit down quietly and allow you to appropriate your incompetence, decorate it as a chain, and hang it on our neck. We won't allow that. And let me remind you, Chairman Asidun Ketia is one of the most matured and well-experienced politicians in this country. He didn't take grudges anyhow. Before the national executive election of NDC, one of the sworn critics was Mr. Victor Smith, right? Mm-hmm. But yet two of them are Asidun Ketia really as national chairman. President Mahama echo in the program of Europe Nancy. One who know. Everywhere President Mahama goes, Victor Smith will be you see Asidun Ketia also there. And interestingly, so President Mahama says Soloa, now Victor Smith, to move Asidun Ketia to the other side. It tells how matured NDC we are. We still believe that e-levy was a nuisance tax. And our position on e-levy, exercise. In any case, you have COVID levy. And I pay a quarter drink share filling station. Look, at the cost me 20 Ghana cedis, but tax me the tax component was more than 4 cedis. I mean, how? You don't understand what I mean? Meanwhile, you promised to take us from taxation to production. Have you been able to achieve that? So when you come on radio, explain to the people what you have done and accept responsibility. And they don't try to use your purposeless lamentations to justify your incompetence. NDC, in any case, consistently from 2021, 2020 we had COVID, 2021, 22, and I believe 23 you're going to do same because JRA have continually exceed our target. True of us. He said, I am past the COVID, na kaya dia. Second, can affect by the your revenue generation gaps there, then at least we can sympathize. But you have exceeded your revenue generations. And what you look at COVID, Monya Sika, Mamotumi issue over 10, 11 billion, and the Koya budget support. What happened to it according to the Auditor General report? So, COVID abuamo. And we are saying, baby, what you COVID tax. Or did COVID tax at the same bottom.
Okay.
What kind of president is this?
Yenya feel Nukwe or say Honorable Samuel is making so much sense on all the points he is making. Why can't the other two guys just drop the party politics and learn? Yenya civilian general say good job, Same. Abdul Rahman so say Ghanaians reorientation because when some people were requesting for their own region, which just increases cost and waste. Yenia in Shiraba Obapa Sudode Abafrida or say Honorable Samuel Aikwe, good job. Honorable Samoa, your presentation are apt and factual. Keep the good work up. That's Papa. Chama David Botte, FA live from Hanover, Germany. Chama Mechia Sanso, Anna Mia Casamedo for Nanefia, and Sophia live from Kumasi. Happy birthday in advance. Nimso Chinadi, the BC. Minzo Chinadi, the BC. Are they?
What would you have me?
No kind of saying. Okay, the American say spending of Nyamebia Abano aya mboa mine. It has not added any value to the country. I think creating the constituency amount was even supposed to be used to build factories in all constituencies.
Yes. 6 regions.
All constituencies. They are investors on person mobile mine. Maybe I was say our best diplomat United Nations team. Of course, and any messages in there by the beer. But so omo baby be jumana and yama yeni omu fem. Na ama mapaba, then they have to move to another African country. These are some of the things. So yampo na say so omo ase na omutumi yedien. Omutumi be bie ejuma no na youth ni tumi ejuma. If the youth are working, if we are taxing them, they will pay. Omine end to me nyi. If the taxpayers are less and there are a lot of people not working, they cannot pay the tax. Unye ejuma untia tax. Into we yedien na utumi bo aban no ma na ejuma ye ekọ enim. So I think say it should be a lesson to other governments that will be coming. Say yes, if you want a country to grow, invest in the youth. If you want the country to grow, makande biase hunto ya kind book dudu Africa for pay book. Me hu video bia na trendy. Universities omo yesa omo jama we no. Na China for video aba beto ankwala totofiwa. Ya to ya ama omo ISIS ni we are omo assemble ya turn bebre say no na hu ye na ye de ato nchen say no until the person become perfect in creating a phone or something for us to use. Again are we always going to read the book
and I call class
and not implement it? And
I call class na ye lecture or new media. No say ye shall say 11.2. Na asat 12:45 no buy. To be do na we have barely 1 hour. And oba no majority of the class say it's time. Just say yampon. No, so at least we have 1 hour, so let's do 1 hour. So we are tired. We say let's close. Let's so corner just next week. We didn't mean say we'll be our university so be sua nim DNA skills no that cover bra. Ye be na de no. We say lecturer no enko. And what here per day?
Unto media ne say me sre. Yen try ni build your youth from primary schools. Media maka me go so kan. Yeah, say child labor. It's never a child labor. Say be yanka every Friday, Saturday, and on Thursday, Friday. Me and fat pen and answer chalk in Chenkwala de. And Kwalani bi o ha. Minimum for Moyo University or Moyo online trading, or more turn bag issues online. Yeah. Why don't you implement that policy? Say Friday, Saturday, and Thursday, Friday. Yan fan Kwalano be our dear ne field up. Obi ope so sua tribunti enti obe wie school no tifie no otwen aban adwuma no obi bia self trade or no abetumi dia hye no ho. Education is not about we going to sit in the office. Omo moti office ni so use football age. Omo tete so. Omo nya retire na me no hunto a ye wie school atifie pe adwuma no ye nya bia ye. So let us implement those policies. No bia ntumi nya bibi nye. Say there be a pressure na da aban ni so no so. Esubeti. This is not something hard for us to do. Instead of wasting money to do unnecessary things, more money for improvement, by as a fire ban. And nothing I make a choice. We never move from autocratic to democracy. We move from autocratic to double autocratic because you move here for a banya, you did a 20 second to a buying, a banya ye to a ba, near the a buying. You are near side your money 2 million in a quackoshes are buying back on and so no control. Is it democracy? It's autocratic and it's a double autocratic.
Double autocratic, Wamenkai, last batch of message na Yamkoi. Hey. CCA. Well, good evening, Simon. You see the hypocrisy and lies of the MPP man in your studio. Just recently, they painted the corridors of the military hospital at Siwia and said they are almost done. But go there today and see for yourself if the hospital is completed. You see the way he is fumbling. He is an amateur communicator. Prosperity, posterity will judge you, and remember, you will not stay in power your entire life. Bernard Kukwasi de Friaba. Very good evening, Efotogbi. Sami, you see the way and manner this MPP is handling the whole country and the economy. Is there any headway and also the future? Ask the MPP man in the studio. Probably United States of Klagon. We see so much talking. This MPP communicator don't feel shy of where we are. Duku from Kaswa. We see those MPP guys in the studio and the station, those guys in the radio, those MPP guys in the radio and TV contribute to the arrogance of Akufo-Addo. Money is given to you to speak on their behalf will not solve your problems. Ike, Edifrasim Suta. Or say, why are all MPP guys, both old and young, trying to develop bald hair? Maybe they are showing leadership by example of their haircut. Good evening, former President Mahama should give us a break. We have seen his cruel leadership in this country before. Under his leadership, when there was no global challenge, he plugged this country into darkness for over 4 years. Economic hardship too. People lost their businesses because of his bad leadership. Ghana's economic hardship today is as a result of bad leadership. Mr. Maleba should know that they have led this country before, and we know how they mismanaged this economy before. So he shouldn't talk as if his NDC, they are angels, double salaries under NDC. We have not forget to know from Solomon Ajaja La Anodifriaba. We say I was about to say something to the MPP man, but my middleman has said it all. Or see, God will bless him. We say Original TV, God bless you too for the good job. Last one, Mr. Hunt. Good evening, Mr. Hunter from Felix, aka arrested inside Azim. Or see, these government officials are nothing but clueless and arrogant, as President Mahama stated today. Ghana's economy has turned into family fight among them. God will surely punish them one by one. Greeting to Honorable Kofi Ako Nokwe, MP for Evaluate Ajomoro, Jura constituency in the Nzima East Municipality. Abusiafo. Solo, 30 seconds. Japon. One hour wishing a birthday. Wachina. Oh. No, and then I was saying, no, so chocolate bar.
As in Vienna, you have a two chocolate milk for my. The woman is a any Magana for. Say, woman bear in mind, say, I buy no a buy and another damn quick for a buying back one from 27 coming. Na sebi. Na a NGSM 2017. 2017, but na NGSM. Yentisa problem and inflation fine no. Maybe be a quarter thing growth
because your predecessor left you a stable government.
It is never so. Because your condition and you answer the SSR buying no. By a buy and sebi. Whether we like it or not. It wasn't, the system was not like that. And it is not she in 2017. It is not she in 2018. It is she in 2019. 2020 we were 2 years. Thereafter, whether we like it or not, there are conditions which came. It's not about arrogance.
Another one is about Syria,
it is something a fact. Say bibi be 2 years.
So bibi asa be bom.
Bibi aso e be bia e wo hu susuanso e deba. Let me hear can say wheat wheat is trying to say Turkey enya amoye. But we shall forgotten say Turkey any Italy trade here. Say e kofa bibi wo Italy. Okay. Sa
so
Italy
to 30 seconds.
E wo no. Sa Italy na kofa de. Omoni
so 30 seconds.
Ukraine any trade.
30 seconds.
It definitely no. That is it. So the fact is there are some things which happened on the way.
Opportunity with the chairman boss is a lesser Percival Kofi Akpalu. And I mean, chair, me professor
Dr. Philip Nupe, I'll send a message with GIG. Any me Madam Eva of GIG.
Amaliba, how Syria, Ukraine, Syria, Turkey earthquake, how is it going to affect Ghana's economy?
Oh yes, already I hate in our pocket, Dada. So, I'm not surprised. Also, man, Akufo-Addo, Akufo-Addo on one phone. So you know, he doesn't know how it feels. Only blame the boy in tempo.
I need to make it. Yes, Christian Manet in Koma, Ochina, brother, Ochina birthday in Tibedi at the hour has say. The Ochina better chocolate to her general bedroom with their wives. And I don't know. Test that I'm say. Good night, MCR and control.